as a second hurricane has started to bear down on Florida here. Hurricane Milton just reached a Category 4. They're expected to reach Category 5. Will we see another Looter Protection Act in the state of Florida? I'm here to tell you all about it. Before I jump into it, I want to thank the sponsor of the video, Lear Capital. Lear Capital has been working with me for well over a year. That's where I buy my silver and gold to secure the wealth I have. If you want to learn more, call them. They will help get you the information, the answers you want. It's 1-800-260-5075 or leargg.com. Thanks to Lear Capital for sponsoring this video, and it's going to help me with raising funds for the victims here of Hurricane Helen. If you want to help with the recovery efforts, I've been doing runs of supplies directly to people, either directly to them individually or to groups like Grindstone Ministries who are actually bringing it into the mountains to people who are having trouble getting anywhere because of roads and stuff like that. My PayPal is down below. Thank you all for helping me help people in need. Let's talk about this real quick in Florida, and then I'm going to tell you the importance of what today is, October 7th, 2024. So we know what happened with Hurricane Helen. The chief of police in Okeechobee, Florida, had the balls to think that he could suspend the Second Amendment for a little under 24 hours during the onslaught of Hurricane Helen as it made landfall in Florida. Banned it outright. I did a video on it. I'll link it above. If you don't remember or don't know what I'm talking about, watch that video. The declaration is disgusting. And what he tried to do was to contort an actual existing Florida law that gives the emergency management, what's the name of the person? I have it written down here. Emergency management director has the authority to limit the sale of guns during certain public safety events. And we'll get into that in a second. I'm going to use my notes because I'm obviously outside and I'm getting ready to go down to the forward operating base of Grindstone Ministries to see what I can help with today. So following all of the pressure that was put on Governor DeSantis' office, following the Okeechobee chief's declaration, the governor's office called the chief and said, rescind that immediately. It violates people's constitutional right. It was not properly applied according to the few things that are in the Florida state law, and it was rescinded. So will we see another one as Milton now bears down on Florida and is looking to be about as powerful, if not more, if it reaches a Category 5, as Helen was just last week? Well, the answer to that is going to be no. Why? Because Governor Ron DeSantis has immediately issued a declaration, an emergency declaration that will inhibit the emergency management director's ability to exercise his authority to limit gun sales. Now, this order that was done by the governor takes that power away. Now, the emergency management director in Florida, his name is Kevin Guthrie, and the emergency declaration, like I said, takes it away from him. Not that he was planning on doing it anyway, but it takes away that question altogether. Your Second Amendment is not given to us by emergency management directors or even governors. So rest assured, Florida, that when you are facing your worst times, you will be able to defend yourselves, your loved ones, your community, your property. Why am I saying that? Because here in Tennessee, looting still is happening. When people are behind the eight ball and terrible things have happened to them, there is an element within society, it's always been there, that they will look to prey upon those to benefit themselves, and they go and loot the homes of people who have been forced out of their homes, or they'll try to steal supplies that people just got from people donating them. And, there will not be another Looter Protection Act. So I'll limit what I say about that. Take that for what it is. That is good news for Florida. Good on Governor Ron DeSantis for preemptively striking and taking away the doubt. Now, what is October 7th? Why is today important? Well, today is the last day to register to vote in the following states. Remember, there are almost 10 million gun owners. who, prior to the push of many of us to get people registered and to vote this year, that they weren't registered at all. Almost 10 million gun owners refused to take part in the civil process that was designed by our forefathers to vote against the tyrants that are looking to take all of our rights, including the Second Amendment. The following states, today is your last day: Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee. Now, some of those states, Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee, some parts of those states are devastated. So if you have the ability to get some people who are affected by the storm, maybe their cars were turned into tin cans or their homes have been washed down the river, if they're not registered to vote, maybe it might help pick up their spirits to be part of the regular system again of things kind of get back to normal. Get them out to vote. Put them in your truck. Put them in your bus. Put them in your vehicle. We cannot let these deep red areas be taken advantage of during these storms. The blue side would love if all of these hundreds of thousands of people who lost everything, they would love for them to feel so bad right now that they don't remember to register to vote and they don't come out next month to vote, because it'll help Kekel and Kamala Harris and the cronies looking to destroy the republic. So with that, I thank you for your kindness. I thank you for your generosity. Again, my PayPal is down below if you would like to donate to my cause, where I am bringing stuff and donating stuff directly. I have gotten around FEMA every single time, and I'm not worried about them. And if I do see them, they're not stopping me. So if you want to donate directly to Grindstone Ministries, or a 501c3, I'll have the link down below as well. I appreciate y'all so much more than words can say. When America is in time of need, there's no other country that's making donations to us, guys and gals. Even the federal government has turned their back and failed us. It's Americans helping Americans, and that's the way it's always been. We've moved away from that a little bit, but it takes destruction with the likes of what we're seeing in Helen to bring everybody back together. And Milton is bearing down on the same area that Helen hit. So my thoughts are towards everybody in Florida. I have friends and family there, and we'll see what we can do to help those folks as well, depending on the storm's path. So I appreciate y'all. Subscribe to the channel if you want to stay in the know. I appreciate you. Again, I just can't say it enough. Thank you so much. Take care.